Hi everyone. So recently we went to an Anglo Saxon Viking festival, and they had loads of like pagan witchy stalls on, and they had like a Viking village and things, an Anglo Saxon village and stuff, and I'll show you that in a bit. So obviously we had a good mooch around the stalls, loads of lovely witchy, pagan, and handmade items, and items linked with like Anglo Saxons and Vikings. This leatherworker's sign tickled me and made me laugh. I thought that was quite funny. But as you can see, there's loads of art, like artisan stalls and loads of handmade things like carvings of deities and animals. The village that was set up showed examples of pottery that they made and examples of what the tents would look like, and how like the beds are made from furs, and some of the tents had like little altar setups in their homes, and quite often there was tents with like shields outside or helmets left outside. And it was fascinating to go around the village and see how it was set up. I think this one was a Viking village, if I remember right. I do get mixed up between whether it was Viking or Anglo Saxon. I'm sure it said it Viking village on the advertisement. So you can see what the beds would look like and how the homes would be set up if they were made out of wood. And they had this whole area set up with a fire pit and everything, and people in period costume, and it was just fascinating, and the atmosphere was absolutely beautiful. And then my favourite part was this whole tent area that was set up for deity worship. So you had this altar in the middle with the offering bowl. You had all these different statues of various deities, including like Odin and Thor and like the Norse pagan deities. And you had each area set up had something to represent the deity, and then an area for offerings. I left an offering for Odin, and it was just fascinating going around and seeing all these different carvings for these different deities. I don't know who all of them are. I just was able to identify like Thor, Odin, and I think it was like Frigg or Frigga. I can't remember the exact pronunciation of the name, because I know more about Celtic and paganism than Norse. And it was just instantly you walked into this area and it was peaceful and calm, relaxing, and just felt sacred. It was just such a wonderful atmosphere. I could have spent all day in here. It was absolutely marvellous, and I loved seeing how traditional outdoor altar spaces could be set up, and it's inspired me because I'm trying to set up an outdoor altar in my garden, and it's inspired me and showed me the sort of things that I can use in my altar. So like I could have something simple like this where there's a small representation of the deity, an old tree stump, an old log, and then offerings on top. And it was just beautiful to walk around, really, really beautiful, and very, very magical and spiritual. We also got to see them having a battle, which like battle reenactment, which was quite good. So yeah, it was a really fun day, and basically we found out about it by I asked one of the stall holders mentioned it on Instagram, and then I managed to Google it and find out where it was. So yeah, if you're interested in anything like this, go onto Google and type in Viking and Anglo Saxon or Norse festivals, and in your area, and you should find some. But yeah, it was a really good day.